Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Loch Lomond Brewery up there in Scotland. I seem to get the pronunciation of this brewery's name wrong all of the time. It's either Loch Lomond or I call it Loch Lomond. Whatever it is. I mean, I shouldn't discount this, should I? I shouldn't go, but I'm not. It's just my difficulty in pronouncing some breweries' names. This is In the Pink Raspberry Sour. It's 5% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Available in Lidl for, I paid £1.49 for this particular can of craft beer. In the Pink. So raspberry sour, it should be a really pinky coloured beer. Should we get it out into a glass, see what we get? Nice bit of smoke on the can opening, beer in the glass. Ooh, is it going to be pink? Oh, it should be pink. Raspberry sour called In the Pink. Wow, 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 wow. That really should have been pink. I feel like they've missed a bit of a trick here, Loch Lomond. They've definitely missed a bit of a trick. I was almost convinced, even though of the pink all over the can. Convinced it was going to be pink. That is just looking like a amber coloured hazy ale with good levels of carbonation. The head dissipated very quickly on the beer. Very, very quickly. I want to talk a little bit about this brewery as well, and Lidl, in a moment. But first of all, let's put the can down. Let's concentrate on the beer that we have in our hands. It doesn't look like the most inviting beer in the world, does it? That head dissipating as quick as it did. I know it's a sour beer. I know that's quite normal for a sour beer. It looks more like an ale sour hybrid to me, though. Aroma. Oh, blimey. Wow. It smells really... Do you know that dryness you get from like a best bitter? You get that kind of malty dryness from the aroma. There's a load of that malty dryness, but then there's this kind of raspberry, fake raspberry aroma coming through. Now I know Loch Lomond can make really good beers because I've tried Odin's Beard from the Lidl Craft Beer Festival, and that was really, really good. Really, really good beer, Odin's Beard. If you see it by Loch Lomond, please pick it up. It's a terrific beer for the price point. In fact, I think Lidl now stock that beer as a bit of a permanent beer up there in Scotland or around the kind of northeast. I think you can buy that beer all of the time now. But of course, comment in the comments box if I'm wrong on that. Anyway, let's dive into this one then. Cheers. Ooh. Right, it holds the sourness. Fair play to the beer. It's definitely sour. That's a really big plus point, actually, how sour this beer is. Refreshing, sour, with a definite kind of raspberry twist to it. It's actually quite nice. I was almost convinced that I wasn't going to like this, judging by the aroma and the look of the beer, but it just shows in life. Don't judge a book by its cover. Never, ever drink with your eyes. Never drink with your eyes. It's actually not too bad. Nicely carbonated. It starts off with a bit of a ripe kind of sourness. It's quite ripe. It's quite of a sourness. So probably definitely lactobacillus, which is exactly how you should be souring beer. You get some of that nice crisp biscuit malt flavour then on the back end as the sourness kind of disappears. You're left with this biscuity, this biscuity flavour from the malt. If you notice, my face isn't like that anymore, because what happens when you drink a sour beer, if you drink a few sips of the sour beer, then the sourness actually goes down. Your palate adjusts itself to the sourness, so that's okay. It's a pretty decent sour. It's a pretty decent sour, especially for that £1.49 price point. It's quite good. The raspberry flavour is, should we have a look? I don't want to use the word synthetic if it's not. Sweet fruit flavour, tart raspberry finish with a raspberry aroma. Malted barley, wheat. Ingredients: malted barley and wheat. Okay, that's all they want to put on there. They really should, if they're going to put the ingredients down, they should put all of the ingredients. It's not just malted barley and wheat. They've either used a raspberry ice cream concentrate in here, or they've used actual raspberry juice. It would have been nice if they put down all of the ingredients in the beer, not just two of the ingredients. Blimey. It's drinkable, it's sour, it's raspberry. It's doing exactly the same. It's doing exactly what it says on the tin, what it should be doing. So if you're a fan of sour beer, then there's no reason why you should not enjoy this beer. I think you should enjoy this beer. I think you will enjoy this beer. Now, I want to talk about Loch Lomond for a minute. Now, when I think of Loch Lomond, or Loch Lomond, pardon my pronunciation of the brewery, I think there's a danger. There's a danger that the brewery can be only ever thought about. If I think about Loch Lomond down here in South Wales, the only time I see Loch Lomond is in Lidl, in the Lidl beer festivals. So there's a danger there of Loch Lomond and Lidl being closely coupled together. And that the danger comes in then, in that if Loch Lomond throughout the year want to produce a quality beer and sell that beer for a premium, say £3, £4, maybe even £5 for a can of craft beer, then there's a danger of them not being able to achieve that kind of price, because everybody associates Loch Lomond with Lidl. You expect to pay that £1.49, £1.59 for a can of Loch Lomond. So I think they're treading a bit of a tightrope, this brewery. Are they a brewery that brews great independent craft beers all year round? Probably. Or are they, in most people's minds, just a brewery that produces beers for the Lidl Craft Beer Festival? Now, don't get me wrong. Again, Odin's Beard is a terrific beer. It's well worth paying for. But I only ever buy this company's beer when they're in Lidl. Perhaps I should make the effort to go to their website and order some of their beers online and get them delivered. Raspberry sour. Do I enjoy this beer? Do I enjoy this beer? Yes. Pardon me. Yes, I do. For the style, yeah, it's all right. It's a pretty good job. I think the amount of sour beer on the market at the moment is a bone of contention. There's a lot of sour beer on the market at the moment, and some of it is absolute rubbish. I think that's a story for another day. I think I'm a bit, if I'm honest, I'm a bit soured out. I'm a bit kind of like, this style of beer now, for me, is getting a bit boring. There's so many people producing sour beer. It's just made me go, I'm just a bit bored of this now. I'm to the point with sour beer on these New World sours. I'm to the point where I'm buying bottles of Witchwood Dry Neck or bottles of Banks Golden Ale just to try something a little bit more original, a little bit more traditional. I think that, again, I said I'm not going to go into it. I kind of am, aren't I? Maybe I should just stop there. I should just stop there and say, yeah, at the moment, I'm buying some traditional beer from my local supermarket to drink in my own time. I'm a bit soured out. But rating for this sour, it's all right. It's all right for the money. It's a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.